All right, guys. So here we go, back under the car. All right, let's see if we can get this done this time. All right. Oh, and I got a better mount now. Something that was easier to work with under here, so you guys can get a better view of everything. Alrighty. Alright, which way are we going here? Alright, spin off that way. So this needs to spin off this way. Let's see what we can get. And remember, we're still trying to do real time. So, you know, there were pauses and breaks, but I promise you, I did not do any actual work on the car while I was not recording. So what we're gonna do now is find a good spot for this wrench, this 18 millimeter on the back of this drive shaft, because it takes two nuts. There's a nut and a bolt. So let me put it over here. It worked good over here last time. I think it wasn't too hard to get up in there. Yeah, actually, yep, there we go. All right, I found my swivel. That's gonna come in clutch. I'm gonna take this big screwdriver out. It's gonna go back in park. There we go. Back in park. And now we can wrench this off. Wouldn't recommend torquing on these bolts with your electric ratchet. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it, but it is what it is at this point. And for those who don't remember where that is, I'm getting to it without removing the plate with my flathead up in there. So let me go ahead and get that in there real quick, and then I'll show you. Difficult to film. All right, let me put the camera down, and then I'll come back to it. I'll show you once it's in there. I'll grab my flashlight. See if you can see it. There it goes right there. jammed up in there. Our drive shaft should be in neutral again. Oh, nope. Gotta go a little bit further. Oh, she came out. She came out. Alright, there we go. Now we're neutral. Now I can swing this around to the last nut. Swing this around to the last nut. Take the screwdriver out. It's back in the park. Throw our ratchet up in there. Ratchet wrench, 18mm. Probably stubby. Stubby worked out real nice for this situation. If you put the nut to the bottom and throw this off to the side, pretty much goes right on there. And I'll give you a better look at that once I get it on there. Alright, I think I'm sitting good now. Alright, let's see if we can get a better view of how that's sitting on there. I don't think it's gonna get any better than this, but there you go. But yeah, that sucks. So disregard that. Just understand that it is on the back. It's on the back of that nut, that bolt right there. It's on the back side. And you basically slide your hand under and lock it in on the bottom. That was the best way that worked for me. So, you know, anybody else, you know, you do what you do, but that worked for me. Now let's get this last one off. Alright, let me not break the fucking ratchet. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Of course I lost it. A little bar that I adapted to be a breaker bar. Extension to the breaker bar. Everybody was wondering what would make a great breaker bar attachment for a ratchet. Consider, ooh, we're zoomed in too far. Consider using one of your old, one of those old cheap hydraulic jack bars. You know, I've found this thing to come in handy more often than not. All right, let's get her out of here. No, Jay. Alrighty. We got that loose. This is the last one for this. The ratchet fell, the wrench fell off this time. But loose enough. No, it isn't. I'm lying. I'm gonna throw this thing back on there because it is a lock nut. It's BMW's lock nut, so it's probably gonna have a little bit of. Come on, stay on there. Last one. You want to give me a headache? Even though I've had a headache already throughout this whole thing, but still, we're right there. Got it out. Where'd the nut go? Up there somewhere. Probably in one of these little cracks and crevices that I can't get to, but alright. We have been released from the transmission, guys. Alright. Now we're gonna take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me zoom out so you can see what I'm pointing at. Alright. Now it's time to remove the transmission mount nuts or bolts and the bolts holding onto the exhaust over here. Well, the mount for the exhaust, and remove this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think I'll be taking 7, 8. 8 of these. I believe they're E10s. But I'll let you know here in a second for sure. Oh, God. Fat man coming through. I'm back with the E-Torx. Let's see which one we got here. Believe it's an E10. Yeah, it feels like an E10. Let's start with that. Alrighty. E10 to the rescue. One. Can you see what I'm wrenching on? I guess you can a little bit. Alright. Alright, that comes off. And then come over here. Like I said, we got one in here. Just gonna check real quick to see if they're the same as the ones. No, they're not. So the ones coming out of the transmission mounts are longer than the ones coming out of the exhaust mount. Alright, number 2 on the transmission mount. Where are you? Way up there. Alright, there we go. Alright. Just to confirm, yep. They are the same length. Then you got 2 on the other side. Now the way this transmission sits, it sits down on top of the transmission mount bracket. So you can take these from underneath without bracing anything up, and the transmission will still sit there. Alright, we got 2 up front here. These ones that are connected to the front of this exhaust bracket have big washers on them. Alright, yep. Big washers. Alright, we got those. So now that should come out of the way. Okay, so transmission, in essence, should be good to go to pull out of here with the subframe. So next we need to do the exhaust. So let's move up forward here a little bit real quick. Woo, upside down we go. Alright, we're gonna move up to these exhaust bolts and figure out what size those are and get those off of there. I think I'm gonna have to fight with these guys, just to let you know. They look kind of rusty. You see those things? Look at it. Ooh. That don't look good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Let me back you up a little bit. Alrighty. Let me move around to the other side and listen to me grunt. Because I'm fat and old. Oh, Jesus. So I'm guessing they are a 15 or a 16 millimeter. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, 15. Right on the money. Alrighty. So let's get our little breaker bar wrench here and see if we can break her loose. I've been getting lucky over here. Look at me getting lucky with that one. Let's try this one. Ugh. I didn't put nothing on it, guys. Just a little bit of oomph. Oh, looks like this one wants to come too. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. Oh, I thought this was going to be the worst of it all, bro. I am not kidding you. Whew, I am happy that those just want to come off. So happy. And you know, honestly, guys, you know, if you think about it, we're almost to the point where we can take this loose. We can get this. Look at that. That one's coming off too. Man, my car loves me. We're almost to the point where we can literally pull the 6 bolts out of the bottom of the subframe and take it off. You know what we got left to do? I'll tell you here in a second what we got left to do. I need to go grab my long extension real quick. But I'll tell you what we got to do. All we really got left to do to get this subframe out, is subframe, engine, and transmission. Is to take off the upper control arm, which is I think 110E90 or E9. Oh, I'm right in the way. Let me put you guys over here. You don't need to see this one. You know where it's at. Just had to get an extension. Get back there good. She broke right free also. Looky here. I guess God's on my side today. Switch over to the electric ratchet. finish running all of these off. Oh, there goes one. There goes two. There goes three. 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 All right. So, as we sit right now, we have the suspension. I mean, not the suspension, the exhaust. We have the exhaust removed. We have the exhaust removed, which is 4 15mm nuts. You need an extension to reach past here, and a pretty long one would work, or a couple of short ones. So that was 4 15mm nuts, and then up in here you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 E10 Torx holding that on. And while I'm under here, let me not forget the e-brake again, my arch nemesis. Put me through the ringer for 2 days, worrying about that e-brake. What do I got? I got a drip there. What is that drip from? That's not nice. You see it? A nice little puddle. Looks like my oil pressure sensor gasket is leaking. Actually, that looks like it goes a little higher. Maybe rear main seal, oil pan. We'll find out here in a couple of days. But yeah, it was pooling all back here. All right, yeah, so as far as under here goes, we're set. This is off, and this is off, and our bolts for the transmission mounts are off. Let's make our way up front real quick, huh, guys? Oh, let's get out from under here. All right, let me grab my flashlight. I don't want to leave this flashlight on here. My flashlight dead already. Oh! Oh boy. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. It's too dark for me. But stay tuned, because probably tomorrow we're going to move into removing the wheels and brake calipers. Wheels, brake calipers, the bottom bolt for the shock tower, and the upper control arm. So, deuces, let me know. Oh, yeah, the whole subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, and bell. Remember, bell.